Hello, everybody. Welcome to KrakenQuest, Zeitgeist, the Gears of Revolution, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. I am, of course, Redbeard, your Dungeon Master, coming to you with some noble oak.
Hey! I'll have some later.
With me, as always, is Sam playing Jack.
I'm wearing one half of my Braun Strowman cosplay.
Catherine playing Mina.
I literally sat down and just remembered where we left off last time.
James playing Ilfairy.
Yar, I be drinking pear sake, it's okay.
And Carter playing Theodore.
Fun fact, moose are so large that very little on land can hurt them. However, orcas will occasionally predate them when they dive down to eat seagrass.
Yes, I love that.
Moose dive?
Yeah.
Moose are very good divers, and
Yeah.
they do it quite frequently because they like to eat the seagrass. It has very high levels of iodine and salt, which they need.
I can't imagine anything with four legs being graceful while diving.
I
can't imagine anything with hooves being graceful while diving.
I should have said that actually. It's the hooves and
it's
the
always weird to
gangles.
me that hooved animals can swim. I don't know why. It just
Yeah.
it doesn't compute.
On that
That's
note,
so-
additional fun fact, basically every mammal is very good at swimming except for humans.
We're okay at it.
That sounds about right. I'm pretty bad.
Comparatively, we suck. We're really bad at swimming compared to all mammals
What about
in the
gorillas?
world.
Gorillas cannot be better than us.
They've got hands for
gorillas-
feet.
No, you're right though. Gorillas and some of the other large primates are the other exceptions.
Haha!
Fun fact.
Fuck you,
just in
mammals.
the
We got
worst-
submarines.
We're just in the worst family of
Fun
Look,
fact.
once we
Mammal.
got out of the water, we
Proportional-
didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
Proportionally
Why the
to their
fuck not?
overall size, gorillas have the smallest penises of all primates.
I didn't want to know that. I didn't want to be aware of that fact. I just didn't want people to have to research that.
They don't have to research it because we just told
Yeah,
them.
you don't have to because
We saved
I
us the
was
trouble.
channel surfing late one night and stumbled upon that information.
That was just a fact that didn't need to be figured out.
They
But if
do
you
have a
s-
penis bone though.
They do. And chimpanzees have the biggest balls proportional to their body size.
Can we play Dungeons and Dragons?
Wait, what about Tanukis?
Of primates. Tanuki's not
Oh,
included.
Okay. Wait, what did you want to do, James?
I don't remember.
Learn about
Alright.
animal penises, I believe.
Last
know?
time
No.
on Zeitgeist, our constables had awoken in a new town, received some final orders from their boss, which does anyone remember what his priority list was?
Capture if possible, if
Yep.
not, kill him.
If not, murder.
And find out
There was
what
something else.
their
capture,
meeting is about.
recover, intercept.
Recover the
Secure,
lantern.
contain, protect. Wait.
He also wanted the lantern if possible, but it was destroyed, but we have the schematics.
Right.
Kill, and kill again.
And then you got to town, settled in, made a plan to confront your main suspect.
And it was a thoroughly decent plan too.
Yeah,
It
it
was.
was a good plan.
I still
But
think
the
that
book
taking his
said no.
carriage to the boat was a better idea than just putting him on a horse and running to the boat.
And then you witnessed his train being rerouted to a private train depot
Fucking
Yep.
railroad bullshit.
where he
Which we followed him to.
disembarked and met with his sister, Liagier.
Rude.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that is where we left off.
I forgot that last tidbit about how the person who is about to become the princess of our nation is also
no,
a bad
queen.
guy.
Full on queen.
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 Oh, okay.
She is
Okay.
princess.
Queen.
Yes, queen. Slut.
Yes.
No queen. Slay her.
Yeah, we left off right before the four of us caused an international incident.
Yep. 100%.
Well,
Well,
Does
you
anyone
guys
have
wanna
the
join me
message
on the
spell
Registry
just
of War
really
Crimes?
quick?
Nope.
What'd you ask, Sam?
No.
I said, you guys ready to join me on the Registry of War Crimes?
Ah, yes. So I think that's where we could leave it off. You guys did do some stealth checks, as I recall, in approaching the private depot. So
Yes, and we all passed with crits.
I think we all pass. I don't think we all pass with crits.
I don't remember.
So you are at a vantage point. Let's say 100 feet out from the private depot.
And I am a horse right now.
You are a horse. And
I only say that for the purposes of communication.
I'll take things you say in D&D for 100, Alex.
Noted masters of stealth, horse.
Well, at least it doesn't like look completely out of
I mean, compared to large, colorful bird person.
right.
Hey, are horses usually in the carriage?
Does that qualify it as a self-driving carriage?
I could drive it if
I
I wanted
saw
to.
a video the other day of like a guy. It must have been like in some Middle Eastern country, but it was just him riding down a highway in the back of a cart driven by a donkey, and he was just like asleep. And the donkey's just running along down the highway, pulling this guy in a cart. And the caption was like, "This guy's got the new AI vehicle or whatever,
Yeah.
AI-driven vehicle."
It's also technically solar powered.
I mean, by that
I
logic,
suppose.
everything is.
So we're 100 feet away. We see the two of them and anyone else. Do we see Bree or?
Bree and
Uh,
Verzebek.
Yeah. Oh, right. We saw Verzebek as well.
Let me
and,
see if I've got this.
Verzebek, Bree, Luke, and they were meeting Lila. Or Laya.
Hold on. And the girl to the.
No, we didn't see
No,
her.
she was not there.
Okay.
Oh.
I have.
What
I
is her
have
name?
Brought up a map.
Octava?
Octavia.
Otavia.
Otavia.
Ah, okay.
Right.
I was looking for the tattoo in the like small pictures, which is hard to do. Right. We are approximately 100 feet away.
Chucky or Dulce? I think it was Dulce.
I'll say. At least it wasn't. Chucky.
Okay. I was like, someone's dog whined.
No, not a dog.
Oh,
it
child.
was Kai.
sounded like.
Which I think means you guys are not on this map yet.
Don't blow
Not
this
quite
for us,
yet.
Kai.
The baby gave us away.
Everything's
Great,
fine.
Now there's a cat.
What?
Oh, and I do have Long Strider on myself.
You could be
We
like
established that.
Yes.
in this.
Hey,
Oh,
Chris,
right,
on
yep.
the map, where are we?
Let's say you're in this corner up here. One sec. Do I have your tokens on here yet? No.
It doesn't look like it.
Grab a copy of them. Oh, no.
Get that second vaccine in me before I die.
Okay,
I feel
that
like
one's
I'm the
okay.
only person. Actually, did any of you guys have side effects from the vaccine?
I did.
I think you did, right, Carter?
I didn't. I
I'm
only got my first
uncertain.
one.
So the day that I got my second shot, I I didn't sleep very well the night before, but I don't know if that was because of the shot or because I ended up waking up at 4 in the morning to start a brisket. So I don't
Could
know
be
if I
related.
felt shitty the next day because of the vaccine, because I didn't sleep well, or if I didn't sleep well because of the vaccine, or all of the above. But I had a headache most of the day after.
Oh, headache's not too bad.
That was all.
Yeah,
I
I was
woke
just
up-
super tired the whole day. Wasn't
I
too
woke
bad.
up with violent chills 12 hours almost exactly after I got it. And then I finally got back to sleep and woke up with what felt like a hangover and had that until almost the exactly 24-hour mark, and then it was gone.
I just felt like I was punched in the arm.
And your Sliss in the chat says he had some side effects.
Yeah, I remember he said that he had some side effects. Because that's where I was going, was like, I feel like almost everyone I know that's gotten it has had side effects. Except me. Because I have a primo immune system. It's the best.
That would
Normally I
indicate
do
that your
too.
immune system is under responding.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like, isn't the whole idea is that you're training your immune system to fight this disease?
No,
Yeah.
it's so well trained that it's like, no alarm. We're fine. We got this handled.
Oh wait, where did the other?
You know how you sneeze 12 times a day minimum? You're fine.
That's true. Your immune system overreacts to everything.
Right.
So shouldn't it have overreacted to this?
Hell no.
Okay.
How would you know? It's in constant panic mode. How could you tell?
It's actually not that bad. Allergy shots are working.
Good. I thought you were gonna die on my couch that one time.
I have those episodes once in a while. I just
I
need
thought
to
he was
have
going to die
Benadryl
on
on
Chris's
hand.
bed that one time.
That was not allergy related.
That was not allergy related.
Okay.
I thought we
So
were just talking about times James was going to die.
you guys,
James, are you allergic to alcohol?
Everyone is, kind of. Okay. Focus Foxes, got it.
so you
Focus.
have the element of surprise. You,
And guns.
and guns. Let's just see how this.
I'm actually gonna stop being
Okay.
the horse for communication purposes.
Okay.
I want to see Mina and Jack's periodic table of elements. It's like gun, surprise, firebolt.
Okay.
And gun.
And gun.
Laia walks out onto the platform, calls out to her brother. Luke and Bree. Oh, actually, it says Luke and Bree step off the train. Verzabek, you can see, is inside the train, still talking to the conductor. Luke is carrying a large object covered in a dark sheet.
Is it possible to get closer without being in a direct line of sight? Or is it pretty open? It's hard to tell from the map.
Yeah. There are maybe some spots where you could hide to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I was really trying to figure out if those are bushes or trees. Because if they're trees, you have significantly less.
Like those are trees, maybe
Stuff to hide behind.
these are bushes.
Okay, cool.
What the heck? Pass Without Trace became a concentration spell?
Yes,
I think it's always been.
always.
Always has been.
Always has been,
Oh, man.
exactly.
I don't have any concentration
Wait, it's all
spells going on.
concentration spells?
It's just a picture of a druid.
I can cast Pass Without Trace to get us all a little bit closer.
Yes,
I like that plan.
me too. I'm going to put money on Zeodor rolling a 31
I got
Damn it.
23.
plus 10.
I got a 33.
Okay. I was fucking close.
Sorry, are we rolling?
Stealth.
I blanked out for a second
It's
there.
Stealth, and you have a
plus
+10.
Going back to the gym for the first time in 6 weeks has led to me kind of deteriorating at night.
It happens.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Plus your
I
minus 10.
know.
Plus 10.
It was a good decision.
It was a very good decision. Fast cats.
31.
Passed
Did
without a grace.
Sam, did you roll a 3?
Oh, wait, that's disadvantage. It could get worse.
What?
Wait, why are you at disadvantage?
'Cause
Oh,
mine is
heavy
down
armor.
Oh shit.
Never mind. We're good. 14.
He did roll a 3. He could not have rolled lower. I mean, he could have only rolled one lower,
My second one was a
or it would
19.
have been a natural.
All right, let's see what.
It's a 10%
Oh,
chance you have rolled lower.
motherfucker! Mina rolled the worst.
I mean, and that one isn't an automatic failure. You're fine.
It is not, and I did not roll a 1, but shit.
So you rolled a 2?
I rolled a 2. And my stealth is not good.
Well, we
It's
start
not
as
bad.
we need to
Okay,
go
I got
on.
With the pass without a trace, thank God, I got a 15.
Well,
Could be
when
worse.
you two get murdered, Zeodor will remember you.
Thank you.
Elfairy will remember you for his 4 years left.
Sure.
What was your stealth roll, Elfairy?
31.
Okay.
I heard, what is your stealth roll failure?
Rude.
Zeodor and Elfairy make it up behind a tree a little bit closer without rousing any suspicions. Mina and Jack, Jack steps on a twig and then Mina bumps into his back and they stumble. You hear somebody say, "What was that?"
It's okay. We just wait until they say must have been the wind.
Yeah, let's say hit the deck.
You freeze like a tree.
Are you just gonna? Okay.
I was
No,
gonna say
I'm gonna hide
no,
behind
yeah, I was gonna say
something
we-
if
we
I can
drop,
find. If
yeah.
there's anything within the vicinity, if there's a bush, I will drop behind the bush. If not, I guess I'm just there.
Okay.
Can they do the anime thing where they just turn into an arc of color and then a bush appears?
An arc of color.
Good color.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
think
what
I've seen
you're
that
referring
anime.
They just go whoosh, and then they're just like a blur, like an arc-shaped blur of color.
Oh, okay,
and-
where we
The
like-
exaggerated motion blur jump.
Yes.
All right. High or low, Jack and Mina.
High or
High.
low? High, yeah.
All right. Must have been the wind.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
All right. So you guys.
Quack.
All right. So you guys have all made it up this far. We'll just say this is happening. Should be map layer. Don't need to move the train cars around. Right. We'll just say this is happening here, so you can kind of see between the train cars. So Laia walks out and meets Luke. He's got something under a dark sheet. Laia is dressed as if for a lavish ball, but still is wearing a rapier at her hip. And she walks over and greets her brother with a boisterous hug. And then they start talking amongst themselves.
Are we too far away to hear?
Give me a perception check.
All right. If only we had a spell that gave us +10 to those.
I got a
13.
20.
A little disorganized.
I got a 19.
18.
Well,
13.
everyone but Jack. Can
His
hear-
tinnitus is acting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it
All-
is.
Mop.
Luke says something like, I expected there would be a group here to meet me. And Laia responds, oh, they're here. And then pulls out a small vial from her dress.
Oh, son of a bitch!
She asks if they were followed. And briefly begins to explain the events of the trip as Luke takes the vial from Laia.
But does she make us sound cool, though?
Oh yeah.
Especially me. Like, I basically kidnapped her.
Yeah, we had some trouble with some of the Risuri constables that you mentioned, but we're pretty sure that they were taking care of on Odium. And Laia nods and says that seems to be what our sources say as well.
I want to just quickly whisper to Jack, look, I can hold the two on the right if you can hold Bree.
You
Or
can
at
give it a
least
shot.
try.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
We're gonna keep listening, I think, though, until we have like a good opening.
Yeah.
Or until they start to move away.
Or
Yeah.
until we feel that the box text has ended.
Can Mina and I get over to that other tree? I think we'll have a better shot from there. Will we
Luke,
still be in your spell?
Yeah. I mean, we're close. When we go there, we're closer.
Luke kneels down.
No, if Mina and I go over there.
Oh, I'm just
pulls
casting hold person on them.
the cloth off the lantern, or off the object, to reveal that there's a lantern underneath. And he pours the vial that Laia handed him into the lantern.
They're jumping into that. We gotta go.
And
Do we have an opportunity to cast a spell while they're doing this?
hold on.
Okay. Fuck, my magic hands, they're not working right now.
Fluffy tail.
Don't chew on that.
I need to do
Stop.
Ow. Ow.
This.
Oh,
Buh.
And then, as he does that, several other beings pop into view.
Hmm.
Your surroundings. Okay. The lantern glows with a. Oh, it says blue light. I don't know why I assumed it was purple.
Purple is pretty evil.
Yeah. Blue.
It's also the stealth color.
The lantern glows with a blue light, and surroundings peel away, revealing another train depot. This one gloriously illuminated by chandeliers and candles within, while somehow much more deeply dark outside. Laya gestures, and the other two begin to follow her around to the entrance of the building.
Old person.
I don't know if hold person's a good idea anymore.
With all those guys.
Oh, come on. They're all going to be wimpy. Just,
I'm going to give you one action if you guys are going to try to intervene. Or you
I say
can
we
keep seeing
wait.
how
They
this
didn't come
how
all
this
this
plays
way
out.
just to go somewhere else.
Never go to a second location. We barely made it out last time. Or the time before that.
You said they're heading to the front door right there.
Yeah. You can see other figures inside through the windows.
We stand to gain more information if we wait.
Okay. But we can't see inside the... Oh, we can see inside the building, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And as he moves with the lantern, you can see, like, when you look here, it looks like dark and desolate, and then just a few feet over here, it looks normal.
Yeah.
We'll need to get closer. We can go around the backside of the train.
That sounds like a good option.
Maybe we should take care of Berserk.
If possible. Can I
Still not worried about him shooting me in the back.
use Arcana to try to figure out what kind of magic is coming off that?
Sure.
Well, that's better. 19.
Smells leak gate.
Great. Tell me something I don't know. The lantern's bleak gate.
If we're going to see anything, we need to move now.
Agreed. Let's go around back.
Let's just go through the train.
Like right here.
No, I meant like go into the train, and then
Well,
that'll
they'll
get us
see
closer.
if we go through the coupling here, it's easier if we sneak.
Yeah, we have to open doors to get in and out of the train.
Easiest if we go.
And just for reference, in case it matters, this is the dining car. This is the car that you guys... No, this was the other first class car. And this is
if you're
the...
pinging
Yeah,
something,
if you're
I
pinging,
can't
we
see
don't
it.
see it.
He's on the wrong layer.
Is that what I need? Ah, you're right. Thank you. So this...
I do it all
Yeah.
the time.
This is the dining car. This is the other first class passenger car, and then this is the fuel car, and then the locomotive.
I like the locomotive.
Thank you. It's the same one that was in the tunnel from the last
Is
adventure.
it facing the wrong way? I can't tell.
No,
No, it's just
no,
I don't
it's
think
not.
so.
no.
Okay.
Sure.
I just see a pointy bit, but I can't see the front.
Yeah, it just goes off the. I can read a little bit more of it, but
If
It
we
goes
go
off the
that
back.
way, then we're further from the front door.
Yeah, but we can take out more of the goons by surprise. We're gonna have to go through them anyway.
Verzlebek will see us if we go that way. We could go just straight behind.
Well, you were talking
all-
about taking out Vruzbek.
I don't think that he's that big of a threat. I would rather go get the information, and if we go behind, back this way, we can get to the front door.
I'd also rather stay out of that glow as far as possible.
Fair enough.
yeah, if any of you did have it pass over you, as he was walking by, it did feel rather uneasy and reminiscent of being in McMahon's basement.
Hmm.
Thanks.
All right.
Right, just, I guess, follow me. And I'll head this way to, like, the back of the train. with a stealth check.
Okay. Go ahead and give me stealth.
That would be a 28.
Much better.
Yeah, 28.
27.
23.
16.
With a plus 10?
Yes, I rolled a
Damn.
5. I have disadvantage.
I know.
You make it to the back of the train without incident.
So are we just gonna try and take these goons out, or
Well, we
What?
don't have any way to get past them.
Oh, that's.
Unless we try to cast Hold Person on the front two, and then sneak in without the others noticing, but that's a long shot.
nah? I think I just
Can we see what's going on inside from here?
Give me perception.
I should really figure out some kind of eavesdropping spell.
Mm.
21.
20.
Nope.
I think clairaudience, clairvoyance is that spell.
Yeah, I should have taken that by now.
Well, it's a high level spell, I believe.
Oh, it is. Let me look it up.
What level is Arcane Eye? I don't remember.
Fourth.
Oh, okay. That's higher level, I thought.
And clairaudience, clairvoyance isn't a spell anymore. I don't
No,
know
it's
what the
not on
equivalent
here.
is.
No, I don't either. Whatever, we'll deal with it later.
Oh yeah, I guess that's also worth pointing out. So just going back a second. As the lantern passed over, the corral here, it's empty in the real world, but you could see some horses and carriages, as the lantern passed over that spot.
So these people don't totally exist here. Probably.
I think they're entirely in the Bleak Gate.
North of here is the Grand Station. Low Hill separates the scenic depot from the sprawl of those rails. On a hill to the south, the Enclave keeps a small barracks of soldiers, present in case of attacks from Alphavare. I mean, yeah, that's sort of stuff you would have found out scoping out the city earlier. Okay, looking through the windows, you can see Leia seems to be introducing Luke and Bree to the others that are gathered there. There seem to be some more lack of a better term, soldiers or some sort of armed guard inside. Some of you got over 20.
I got a 20 exactly.
I got a 21.
Okay,
I
you
think.
two notice that these guards have what looks to be a pin that looks like a silver quill. Not to be confused. With
They're students.
of Strixhaven Academy. All right, a book and quill.
They must really enjoy writing novels, I guess.
But I think
It's probably some sort of statement on like writing history, blah blah blah.
From this distance, I don't think it's possible to hear what they're saying, even with a good perception check.
By the way, it is clairvoyance. It's not clairvoyance, clairaudience anymore. They just bonded it into one word. It's a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
But you can see generally Laya introducing the 2 newcomers in the room to everyone else here. Besides the guards, there appear to be 5 other humanoids.
Are we ready for this kind of fight?
Probably not.
Don't have many other options. We either wait until their business is done and possibly miss out on them, or we go for it.
We could roll the dice on trying to talk to them, but that does seem a far stretch.
Well, honestly, waiting might not be the worst idea. We could get them as they leave.
Can you make me one of those pins? Do you have a disguise kit thing that could just make one of those real fast? I mean, I guess not me, but
I don't think I could
None of us
make
can
something
walk in
that
there.
quickly.
Yeah, they've got us.
Not something convincing. The other option is we go try to talk to Versabek. He seems generally more interested in talking. If we sneak up on him in the train, we might be able to get something out of him. I'm not sure if we can get anything useful, and we'd have to do it fast.
I could also just charm the 2 guards and just have them let us in.
It's possible, but then we're stuck inside when the rest of the guards are alerted and we're pincered.
Yeah, so from what we can see through the windows, it's does it seem to be like one big room, or are there like antechambers and stuff?
It's mostly one room.
Okay. Like, I figure we can't get perfect layout, but we could probably figure out if, like if we walk in that door, everyone that's in there is going to see us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can't. Can we
Here, I guess I
see
can go
any of
ahead
the
and-
other people?
Let's go ahead and just reveal. I mean, it's not going to give anything more.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Detailed portraits.
This
Oh,
changes
no!
everything.
Do any of them look familiar?
One of them kind of looks like Gandalf, but
Yeah. I feel like I've seen that guy before somewhere, and then we got Grima Wormtug over here, and then the sexy assassin twins.
Kind of look like the Bellas.
A little bit.
And the city guard triplets.
Yeah. Quadruplets.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's another one? Oh, I didn't
there's
see
one.
the 4th one.
There's
they're triplets. The other one's their cousin.
Hmm. Oh, I thought it was the hip new band Twin Squared.
Oh fuck, Master Roshi's back.
Does he have a turtle shell?
No.
We're fucked.
Does he have a porno mag?
No.
Does anyone here have a porno mag?
Hard to tell.
I do.
Yeah, if this were my
Wait,
other game,
wait,
we totally
yes!
would.
I was pretty
Versabek does canonically.
Magical pornography.
All
The
right, so we
plan's
just
all
need to
coming
steal
together.
that, and we'll throw it to Master Roshi, and then we have to deal with everyone else.
Mhm.
You don't know. Maybe they'll all get distracted. Maybe it'll turn into an Obscurati orgy.
For anyone who missed
Obscurati.
it, the party had gone to a city of magical vices and
Fun time.
fun times, and there was a store there that sold magical pornography among other.
They were a very varied company.
Yeah,
They did a lot of things. I think they sold bombs too.
it was like bombs, bongs, boobs, and something.
I have it written down. I guarantee
Yeah.
it.
I just came up with a new name for the game store.
But yeah, you have a pretty good view of what's going on.
Books, boobs, bongs, and booms.
Yeah.
Once again, new name for the game store.
All right, so yeah, people are mingling inside. Luke seems to be center of attention. He's talking to everybody, gesturing towards the lantern that he's holding. Everyone seems very intent on listening to him. He looks a little bit nervous.
Really quick, guys. Maybe Verzabek's lost, or just doesn't realize he's here.
Maybe he's dead.
Wouldn't he be part of this meeting?
Maybe.
If he's a member, certainly. So I don't think he's a member, but he may be involved some other way.
Maybe he's trying to stop them too? That's kind of a long shot, but like we can't be the only ones concerned about this organization.
It's possible, but seems unlikely.
I'm
Did
just
you
gonna
have
go
a plan?
talk to him. I'm just gonna go and talk to him real quick. I don't have a plan, honestly. But I figure if I'm on a train with just Verzabek, I can take care of myself. Like, I don't think we need to go as a group and lose this position.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of good with waiting to see what happens and trying to nab them on their way out. But odds are we won't get Luke and Laya. It'll be one or the other.
Odds are worse if we try to win.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Wait.
I'll go with Ilferi.
Yeah, if you go, we'll watch.
I can get a little bit closer, and if we do manage to talk to Verzabek, I'm the one who spoke to him most.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I talked to him a bit too, actually.
We'll light them up if they try to go.
We gambled together.
Alright.
So I guess we're just gonna like sneak along the train.
Yep.
You can tell nice when I'm tired because I'm like, yeah, you guys go do stuff.
I got a 25 to stealth.
I got a 35.
That's pretty good. Why don't you both give me perception checks as well?
Okay.
Not so
26.
good. 6.
And Elfari, you said 26?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're passing about the spot you are right now, you start to be able to hear a little bit better what's going on inside.
Yes, now that we're in the same plane of reality.
Yeah.
But you do not feel like your sneaking has alerted anyone.
I think we need to keep going to Verzabek.
Agreed.
I think we just go right up to his train.
Verzabek's there. He seems to be talking to the engineer who you, I think, yeah, at the very least, Theodore and him met when they were clearing the blockage in front of the train. Steve is his name.
I feel like Verzabek is just being an opportunist and is just like, can I get anything that someone left behind?
Well,
Did anybody leave behind the snacks?
Steve
Well,
is
we-
saying something like, "What's did everything just get really dark all of a sudden?" And Verzabek is like, "Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. It's some of the byproduct of what my boss here is doing. It should pass within a few minutes. Don't
Boss. Son of a bitch.
yeah, I have the feeling. So we have some answers there. So
But maybe he's just... You know, this explains how he's a professional gambler.
we could try walking on, or we could go in guns blazing. Where do you want to go with it?
Honestly, I think we might be able to convince him not to change sides, but just leave. Like, maybe he's just doing it because he needs the money.
Maybe.
Also, I could go in with a charm person, you know. Make it a little easier on us.
All right.
I cast
Let's
charm
give it a
person.
shot. I figure
Do
we'll
it-
probably get near the door before we do that, right?
Yeah. Do we have line of effect or?
Two birds of back?
Yeah.
Not. Well,
We'd probably have to be in the train.
let's say, let's just back up a second.
Hmm.
As far as like this far back. And let's just say that he's like here on the train platform talking to Stieg, who's, let's see if I can quickly find a token for him. Who's just standing right here.
Okay, so they're just barely outside of the train.
Yeah, let's just say that for simplicity's sake.
That does make it a lot easier.
Unfortunately, Roll20 does not like it when I open my giant folder of tokens.
If they didn't want me to have a giant pile of tokens, why would they let me do it?
I know, right?
They even make you pay for it.
I
know.
know, right? And it's not even like there's tiers of payment. And this is like the middle tier. And the higher tier just gets you like they put out random scenarios every month or something. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a completely random token because I'm not gonna wait for them to all let in.
And watch him grab something that we're gonna totally latch onto and think it's the best thing ever, and he has to stick around for the rest of his life.
Yep, probably.
That's actually a pretty cool dude.
Actually, this one right above it is kind of more fitting.
Okay, because that guy looks like he has backstory and like actually matters.
Yeah, we gotta save that one.
Like, how did you get so old but also lose an eye?
See, this
Yeah, I don't
guy
care
looks
about
more
that
like an
guy.
engineer.
Yeah, that looks like a fucking Steeg.
It's the E.
Yeah, that guy looks like somebody who would write the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Is that the name of the guy?
I kept going there too in my head. I kept finishing with Larson every single time he said
Sorry,
it.
I didn't even look to see. There, Nick Steve. No, Cannon. Alright. Cool. Here we are.
Okay. I'm just gonna move right here,
Uh-huh.
cast Charm Person on Versbeck.
Okay.
You know what works best? Just doing it.
Just doing it.
And if he could just be so kind as to fail this check, just this saving throw, that'd be dope. It's
Sorry about
okay.
Okay. What was your result? Or no, he rolls.
He rolls and gets a
That's
14.
how spells work in this game.
Yeah. If he gets a
Um,
14, that'd be wonderful.
Wiz?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
He got an 11.
Failure! You're my friend!
All shall be my friends.
Alright, so you walk out, casting the spell. Stieg, jumps is like, oh, who's... And then, Verzabek is like, oh, don't worry about them, they're harmless.
Yeah,
going,
good to see you
friend?
again. Oh, thank
How
God, I
long
just
does
get
this
a little...
time, this spell last?
And it is not concentration and lasts an hour.
Oh, okay.
As long as Zeodor and Ilferi don't punch him in the face.
Right. Yeah, just don't hurt him or do anything harmful, and we're good. Good
Steve
to
looks
see
a
ya.
little offset, like, but you said that this was a secretive. You paid me extra to make sure nobody was informed about this. Oh no, it's fine. Me and these guys go way back.
A whole 6 days.
And Steve like rubs his chin for a second. He's like, oh yeah, I think I do remember seeing them on the train. They helped me out.
Right. So what's the deal with your boss you were talking about? And I hop up here. No, I hop up here. We're best friends. And I lean against the railing. And I just kind of give the Isidore a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Stieg, was it? If we could have a moment to discuss a few things with our friend Verzbeck here.
Oh, yes, right. Of course, I must calibrate the engines. Anyway, I'll just
Right. What?
He does not want to be here.
I'll just go. Oh, it's so much better. You hear him say as he walks out of the aura. What can I do for my two good friends, Alexander and Pete?
I guess I never did tell him that I was a fairy. Okay. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be Pete anymore. I'm over Pete. Pete's done. Pete died. So I have to be a little bit more honest with you. Pete was just what I was going by, so I didn't get attention on the train. I guess I should reintroduce myself. I'm Ilferi. Nice to meet you.
Ah, yes, I had heard about this from my boss. I thought you were dead. I should probably tell him that you're not dead.
No.
He'd
That's
probably be
not
interested in that information.
Why would they be interested in killing someone like me? Why would they want to kill your friend?
You make a very convincing argument.
I know.
Surprisingly convincing argument.
I'm just going to get behind him and just hold up my gun and motion vaguely to Ilferi.
What's going on here anyways? They're doing some sort of Bleakgate stuff here. Why does it have to be so secretive?
They never tell me the details, but there's some sort of meeting going on here with some of the other people that Luke knows. They don't tell me anything.
Do you still have your notebook on you?
Yes, I do.
Mind if I take a look at it for a moment?
Be my guest.
So what's got you roped in with these guys?
Out of character?
That...
One way or another, this notebook is coming with me. I haven't decided how that's going to happen yet, but it's coming with me.
So what's got you roped in with these people? I mean, they're the kind of people that are willing to try and get other people killed? I thought you were just a friendly gambler.
Oh, I am but a friendly gambler. But they also pay well and paid for me to travel.
So you don't know what's going on in there. Do you know... Which one's your boss?
Luke. Luke Jer. Contacted me recently and told me about this job to basically travel on the train, go to all the casinos I want, play as much as I want, and offer some bodyguarding duties along the way.
I know that I am not there, but
Did
please,
you?
for the love of God, ask him about the guy he killed.
I was actually just about to do
Okay,
that.
good. I have to know.
Is part of that bodyguarding thing involving that guy that choked on a peanut, like when we first met, or whatever it was? I don't remember.
Well, in case you hadn't figured this out yet, I am extremely lucky.
Oh shit.
Magically lucky?
You could say magically lucky.
And you can, like, decide when that happens?
More or less. The guy
So
on the
you didn't-
train, that was just a passive circumstance. I had no control. I didn't even know the man was on the train.
But you knew it would be lucky for you if he died. Or, rather, luck knew that it would be good for you that he died?
Exactly.
Oh my god, we need to steal him. So, I have a proposal for you. Pretty much done your job. You made sure that this place is secure. The only people here are us, which are, you know, we're your friends. Nothing out of the ordinary. Why don't you just leave?
Job's not done.
It's not? What needs to be done?
Well, I was told that this was where it ends, and they asked me to wait here on the train, so I'm assuming it's very nearly done.
Right. So, as my friend, I have a request that, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. It shouldn't be too much to ask, but if something were to happen involving me and some of my friends, could you just not get involved? I mean, I don't think that's part of your job. I think part of your job is just staying here on the train, right?
For now it is, but overall my job is to act as bodyguard to Luke, so as long as you don't do anything to hurt my boss Luke, I think it would be fine.
How do I get this guy to just not fight? I don't think it's possible. I think I can make him reluctant to hurt me, but I don't think I can make him not fight.
Just shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head now.
No! I like him!
Coop the Gracie this shit.
I'm tempted.
Yeah, I know.
You hear
not
Nina's
expecting
son's voice. Kill him.
Blood.
Kill.
Okay. This one might be a bit of a long shot, but could you reintroduce me to your boss?
You don't remember him?
I mean, I remember him, but these guards outside don't know me, and since you work with him, it'd be a lot easier to go talk to him again if you were like, hey, I brought some people that are late to the meeting.
Oh, were you invited to the meeting?
Yes,
Give me a deception check on that.
sure, I have advantage on that. Okay, that's a 14. And that's a 16.
Good.
I'm going to slip his notebook into my bag so that I can have my gun out.
Sure.
It's a 21 sleight of hand.
I mean, that's why I've been on this train the whole time. It's just they wanted to try me on an island. Honestly, I'm not totally sure why, but you know, I think it was a test.
Because you're
I think it was a
Missouri
test.
spies, right?
No, I think it was a test to make sure that I was capable enough to take care of myself and get back to the meeting.
Oh, because they definitely said something about Missouri spies.
No, I'm actually from the Yarosol Islands. I mean, come on, how many bird people do you know that live in Missouri? Probably none.
I don't know anyone who lives in Risuri, so...
Risur, sorry. Come on.
That was the
I don't know anyone who lives in Risuri. He hasn't been to Risuri.
Oh, exactly.
the
My people come from the Ursal Islands, which is kind of like a neutral ground between Risur and I know what their nation is called. I just forgot. Dinar. Yeah.
You're probably thinking of that sketchy archaeologist.
Yeah.
I'll bet he was a Risuri spy.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's probably who you're thinking of. Not us.
So, anyways, I just want to show them that I proved myself as a worthy member of their society, and I ran a little bit late. It was a little tough to get out of that situation, but I did it.
Okay. Let's go.
God,
This is gonna work.
I love True Person.
Yep. I think I'm going to post up on the train
Uh-huh.
at a window that opens that I can shoot out from.
I will have my shield at the ready.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pull out a sword, but I'll have my shield ready. And then I'll just follow him to the front door, and hopefully Mina and Jack notice that I'm just being escorted.
Mina and Jack are currently in a fight over whose guns are better.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, so I think that cloud looks like a bunny.
Wait, I think a druid's sending us a message.
Oh wait, no, that's stupid.
Oh, is there a door on this side?
No. Oh yeah, so I guess it'd make more sense to go around this way.
Can you imagine how easy our job would be if the fairy could write in the sky?
Okay.
Here,
well, in
I got a
that
better one
case-
for you. I can cast Call Lightning, and a giant cloud appears, and it's fucking time to go.
Jeez,
Uh,
not aggressive.
Go over to here.
You better get inside.
Yes. Yeah. That's the. Yep. Correct.
So as you come around the corner, two men level muskets at your face.
Whoa!
Ugh! Stand down. This one was just running late to the meeting. I brought him to meet with Luke and the others.
I am so fucked.
And they look at you, look at each other. We didn't hear about anyone else coming.
That's because they weren't sure if I was gonna be worthy to join the group or not. And I
got nat
was.
20
Like,
for a 36 stealth check to post up.
Oh yeah, go ahead and make the thing.
you don't have pass without traits anymore, though.
No, I did before you left,
Oh, okay.
Fair.
so that I could have pass without trace.
So are
Okay,
you just
30.
laying flat on the top of the train?
Oh, do the windows not open?
Oh, they do. I just wasn't sure what you were doing.
Yeah, I want to post up by a window so that I can use it as cover and shoot out from it.
Cool.
It took me a bit 10 minutes longer than I expected, but, I passed their test, so... Here I am.
Wait here, says one of the guards. Goes inside. The other one still has a musket leveled at you, and this one comes over to also level a musket at you.
I've got my guns trained on the first one that has a gun leveled at him.
Wait,
Guess I'll have mine on the second.
are you guys still
no,
behind the train?
Yeah.
These two are the ones that have muskets aimed at him.
Oh, because it's all the way on the other side. Never mind
Yeah.
then. No, he's fucked. It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there were doors down there.
Hey, Mina.
Yeah,
those
you-
guys look like they have muskets or musket
It's an arquebus.
Would the plural of blunderbuss be blunderbussi?
Blunderbusses. Come on. It's like glasses.
No, blunderbuss.
I like
Or-
blunderby.
Or just buses.
Wonder why.
What? Not supposed to be anyone else here. Laya, go and see to it.
Elia.
Aim. Aim. Aim.
Laya and the guard walk out, and she sees you, says, I was wondering where you'd got to, and moves to strike at you with her rapier.
Yeah, well. Okay.
That sounds like everybody roll initiative.
It does, doesn't it?
5.
I'm much more excited about committing war crimes than Jack is.
Wait.
It's not a war crime. This is just murder.
Yeah. It's an international incident.
Well, I think once you've done
That's
one war crime, everything after that is also
also
a war crime.
Wait.
I don't. Is that true?
No.
You're continuing to commit war crimes by living.
Yeah.
You're being charged on 37 billion counts of breathing.
Yeah, technically every breath Jack takes is further damnation.
Every move he makes.
Because the oxygen is being stolen from non-war criminals.
Exactly. What was your
I know it's a classic, but one of my favorite insults is go over to that tree and apologize for the air you stole from it.
These guys. Shitty dogs.
There's a lot of tokens on this initiative tracker.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, don't
My
worry about it.
proposal,
We'll be
fewer.
fine.
I should really make sure I get those wizard levels so I can take Fireball.
I can't wait for Druid 7. It's so close, and then I get the spell that I wrote myself, and it's cool as hell.
Yeah, Cannon Squall, right?
Yeah.
Initiative.
I mean, it's not like
Good name.
busted or anything. It's just, you know.
Is he related to Squall from Final Fantasy?
It's
Like
Squall
a-
from Final
like a-
Fantasy if he was fired out of a cannon by a druid.
So a direct improvement.
Ah! Sorry.
I like him better in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Leon, you mean?
Yeah, Leon.
It was a weird change.
Yeah, I'm
Why did
Leon now.
Why did he change his name?
Because he failed to protect Radiant Garden. So
Yeah.
now I'm Leon.
Didn't he die at the
No.
end? Or no, wasn't he like lost in time at the end?
No, everybody else in Radiant Garden's just chilling, and you don't go there in 3, even though it was cool.
Oh no, I'm talking about
I thought you do go there.
in Final Fantasy.
No. No, Radiant Garden is just a Kingdom Hearts thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought Radiant Garden became that other place that you go to.
Traverse Town?
No, in 3.
No. No. I don't think so.
I thought that's what the place where all the Final Fantasy characters are. I thought that's like what it became. Or something.
I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. Me playing 3 was kind of just, this is dumb. This is lame. I don't like this.
Oh. That sucks.
I am disappointed.
Okay.
I like the part in the 9th Kingdom Hearts game where that person with the elemental sounding name did a thing where their soul and their body switched places, and then they made fettuccine.
Wait.
I also enjoyed that scene, Carter.
Oh, I just
What? I can actually come up with that scene. Well, not the fettuccine, but Sora did make fettuccine in that game. So,
Oh,
There you
with Ratatouille, right?
yeah, well, with Remy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think
right.
there actually have been 9 games at least. 9 might
Yeah.
be dream drop distance?
I think 9.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, there's definitely more
One.
than 9, right?
1, the card battle game.
Oh,
2,
I've made a
Decoded.
terrible mistake.
358.
Birth by Sleep, 358.
I've done a horrible thing. I'd apologize, but I'm not all that
Dream
sorry.
Drop Distance.
The
3.
mobile game,
Oh, yep. Union Cross.
the other
Dream
mobile
Drop
game where
Distance.
you're like digital avatars or whatever.
Recoded.
Recoded, yeah, that.
I already had Recoded.
That's 10 so
I
far.
got 10.
And then
And
3.
3.
Oh, 0.2 a Fragmentary Passage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, well,
You forget about that.
yeah, it's a prologue, but yeah,
It
that
is.
counts.
Water.
I'm just being
Still
pedantic.
counts.
Okay.
It's a prologue / epilogue.
It's a tech demo.
It's a log.
Yeah, it is a tech demo. Why are my things not highlighting right? Let me roll 20.
You know what'd be really cool is if I got an initiative higher than 9.
I don't know that.
Ever?
Tell it to my 5.
That is
My
a
8.
cool thing.
We all rolled shit.
Why do I have the top initiative?
Out of 14. I've been rolling so hot all night that, like, of course it's my initiative that sucks.
Oh my god, so many mooks.
Yeah.
yeah.
So many mooks at the top of initiative.
Oh yeah, they rolled good.
Well, luckily they
On
should
the
all be
plus side-
waiting for their boss to go.
Like, most of them don't know anything's going on.
Yeah, they're all waiting for their boss, so I should be able to get a whole person off on no one that I can see. Great.
Okay. Top of the round, this guy
Yeah.
heard something, so he's gonna move on to 3. He's gonna win. This guy, he's gonna fire his musket at the person that his boss is pointing at. His boss is.
Please hit your boss, please hit your boss, please hit your boss.
Natural 1 hit for spec.
I don't think that could happen to Verzabek.
15.
I mean,
No fair.
Miss.
Yeah, it would veer off and hit Leah, Luca.
I think a 15
Chalupa.
misses.
Chalupa
Yeah,
deer.
it does. My AC is 18.
Yeah, Chalupa.
Chalupa.
This guy also heard something around that side, so he's gonna. And this guy heard something.
Okay, now you guys definitely know something's going on.
21 to hit.
No. I guess.
You know, they have a kind of bird here that if it's a cry, it's exactly like the sound of a musket.
12 piercing damage
12 piercing
from
damage.
musket.
Ow.
I'm gonna use red. So we have
I need to make a concentration check. DC 10. I got a natural 20, so I guess I continue to have pass without trace going on.
The guy who went in to get Laya is now leveling a musket at 22.
Mm,
14 piercing.
mm,
Ed, what happened to telling Ilferi not to go off on his own on these things?
I just
Listen, you can only say it so many times until you give up and just let him do what he's gonna do.
I
I
didn't
let
expect
him-
to get this far, and then I just had to keep going.
If I let him do it enough times, I'll never have to tell him again.
One of the book pin guards moves up to you with a longsword. He's gonna power attack.
Let the record show, I
Good.
wanted to wait.
I think this might be the better
It's a
choice.
miss.
I also just said wait, but I still think
And this guy here is gonna shoot his musket.
I think he has cover, right? Or I have cover? I don't know.
From this guy?
Because there's people between us.
He ignores cover.
Okay, fine. Yeah, actually. People grant cover. Half cover, I think it was. Yeah.
Chris, RuPaul is on fire. All of them.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, creatures, whether they're ally or enemy, grant half cover. But you said he ignores cover, so.
Yeah,
Ow.
the musketeers. When making a range attack, they ignore anything less than total cover.
Understood.
All right, Jack, you're up.
Oh wait, did he not hit me?
He rolled a 15 to hit,
Oh, thank goodness.
He did.
I was
Oh,
getting,
yeah.
like, Swissed.
and this guy.
I don't know the
fired.
right.
And this guy fired.
Yes, that guy fired.
Cool. Well, time to start running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn.
Excuse me.
Well, I don't know that he's about to get smacked by
Yeah.
Laya,
Yeah,
so I'm just
you
gonna
definitely
shoot
can't
that
see
first guy and start trying to draw attention towards me. So that's good. That's gonna be a 27 to the guy closest to me. Sorry, this guy.
That is a hit.
Cool. That's good. That's alright. 10 damage. Come on, your 4E minions, go down.
It might have been.
There's a lot of fights in this where they had 4E minions, and then when they converted them over, they're like, let's make them not minions.
I mean, something with like 10 or less health is pretty much a minion for you guys at this point.
Right, and I did 10 damage to it. Is it dead?
No.
Well, there you go.
Alright, that's it for me.
Okay. Verzabek.
Verzbek, I'm not gonna hurt Luke. Get out of here while it's safe.
He looks confused.
Hurry, man, before there is still time.
He's gonna just stand there for a round. Laya is going to attack Ilferi.
That's rude. She's a princess. She shouldn't be doing such things.
I didn't even do that. She had advantage on initiative. Oh. So yeah, she pulls out her rapier, or she already had it out as she came out to see you. And it doesn't seem like a normal rapier. It seems to have some sort of
Like mechanical chain that's like spinning along the blade.
She's got
What
a
is
chain
this
rapier.
40k bullshit?
Chain rapier. Interesting.
She's got a chainsword.
Interesting. I've never seen a chain rapier. I've seen most others. I'm interested to see how it functions.
Oh my god. I don't think
Everything
Marcus
is-
is even watching tonight. What the hell?
Everything is better with chain swords.
All
It would have made more sense if it was like a drill.
right. She's going to attack you.
If she deals piercing with this, I swear to God.
Well, see,
you
the
know what?
teeth are piercing his skin.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay. 21 to hit. Oh, and she can add this to it.
I will say, if she sticks this in and then turns it on and just rips chunks as she pulls it out, that will be metal as hell.
18 piercing damage.
Oh my god. Fucking ow. Okay. That sounds like a end then.
Second attack.
Oh my god.
Legendary action.
You know, my
That was a
other
miss.
tiefling wears it
but
diamond necklace for
How
that
much
sort
how
of
much
shit.
health do you have?
6.
6?
6.
Oh
I have been
boy.
hit. I have been hit for 44 damage this round.
Hey, can you give me a Constitution
Ow.
saving throw?
I can do that.
Is she about to have a bird zombie?
Okay, here goes.
I feel like zombie birds shouldn't be able to fly.
19.
Okay. Which extremity would you like to lose?
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Don't pick head. Don't pick head.
Oh man.
Or do.
Just say,
That is my
just
least
say
favorite
one
part.
of the feathers. One of the feathers.
Fuck. I mean, like, I guess I'll lose my shield arm.
Okay.
Wait, that's not an extremity. That's a limb.
It
Isn't
says hand, foot, arm, or leg.
Jesus.
Pick hand, not arm.
Big hand,
Yeah, I mean,
not
like,
arm.
I'll pick the shield hand if that's possible.
Okay. So as she
Is that your left arm or your right arm?
slices
My
into
right.
you, the sword revs up and it slices off your hand at the wrist as you manage to pull back away from it.
We're gonna need to commission some new art.
One called it. Two. Ugh.
Hey, it's your turn, no fairy.
Wow.
Regrow that hand!
I can't yet. That's like a 6th level spell.
You can turn into something with a lot more hit points.
With 19 more hit points that can't cast spells.
19 more hit points, though.
I am going to.
I'm still not really sure what your plan was here, but
I wasn't sure. I don't know. I don't know.
The plan was probably for us all to roll higher than we did on initiative.
There was a little
Step
bit of that going
You
on.
know, when I was talking to my buddy at work today, tell him what's gonna go down tonight, and I was like, and nothing will go wrong. I didn't even have this envisioned in any way whatsoever.
Am I able to cast spells with that spear? As a like, if I activate the ability, can I use it as a focus?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If that
I'm gonna
wasn't
pull out that
part of the
spear.
thing, let's say, yeah.
I'm going to activate its ability
Okay.
and cast Call Lightning at 5th level. So I guess it takes 3rd level slot, but it's cast at 5th level.
Call Lightning doesn't have a material component. You can't use a focus with it.
What?
Really?
You can only... Using a focus is in place of a material component.
Well, it's as a bonus action while I am casting the spell, or before casting the spell, as a bonus action, I use the spear.
Yeah, that you can do.
Okay, so I use the spear as a bonus action, and then I can. Oh, fuck. When I do that, I can't heal myself.
If you can last like 2 rounds dead, Jack can pick you up.
It might be
So,
more than
guys,
two.
there's a new Ravenloft source book coming out, and
This is
Tune in
really
next week.
distracting.
sorry.
It's okay. Just I want to stay in the moment of what's actually going on.
Yeah, man.
I need to decide whether I'm going to heal myself and cast a spell, or if I'm going to cast a big spell. I have a better idea. I am going to cast Hold Person at 5th level. Or at 5th level. So I'm gonna cast it as a 3rd level spell, and then use the spear, or I guess use the spear before that, to cast it 2 levels higher. So I'm gonna hold 4 people.
Okay.
Her, him, and Luke, if that's possible.
I can't. Is this a wall on the inside there?
Yeah,
I'm not
there's a
sure.
wall. Yeah, this right here is a
Okay.
wall. So that is kind of around the corner from you right now.
Yeah, never mind, that wouldn't work then. Fuck. Okay, let me rethink this again.
Take your time, man.
I know. Hold person. I mean, like, I could hold all the people around me, but they've all shot their guns, so they're, like, a little less dangerous right now. She's dangerous. I'm just gonna regular cast hold person on her, and that's it.
Okay.
DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 19.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay. Good thing I didn't blow a 5th level spell
Oh,
on that.
sorry.
I suppose.
It's like it's around. It's still 16 now.
Well, yeah, my DC is 15, so I will use a bonus action to heal myself for 3d6. Come on, roll high. Well, it's a little above average. That's 13 plus 3 temporary hit points. Action, bonus. Do I have my shield? Am I still able to have my shield on even though I'm missing that hand?
I don't know how that would work.
I think I have to hold it with a hand, so I'll take my, like, interact with object to swap hands with the shield. Is that okay?
Sure. So you now have a shield and no weapon?
Yeah, well, I never had a weapon.
You have the spear.
I was thinking about pulling out the spear,
Oh,
but
okay.
I said specifically I wasn't coming out with the weapon.
Sure. So yeah, you pick up the shield from your severed hand.
And then I guess I just stand here because I got nothing. Like, if I move, I get obliterated.
Is the hand still attached to it like a dead eagle claw?
You.
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done with my turn.
Okay.
Oh no.
Bree comes out.
Does she?
See if you can.
Well, congratulations.
Good for you, Bree. Stand in the truth. Is that a
That's
dog or
funny
a
sound.
baby?
Oh, I didn't realize y'all could hear that. That is a baby.
I love Kai's commentary.
Dragons count?
Uh,
Okay, yeah, sure. Bree comes out, scoffs. Good to see you. Reaches for her longsword at her belt. And chops off her arm with it.
Welcome to the club.
Twinsies!
I guess I joined the club.
And
Gonna
She
be
didn't
honest,
give me a welcome card or anything.
I didn't expect her to actually cut it off. I figured it just came off.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
And then she's then holding the sword with her arm that is floating as a belt around her waist glows.
I might need that belt.
Oh shit! You absolutely need that belt.
That was an action for her though, so this guy's gonna go next. He heard a shot come from behind us, so 1, 2, 6. He's gonna stand the guard there. Nina, it is your turn. Or I guess he can take a dodge action. That's what it's called now, right? It's with full defense.
Yeah. You have
+2, or do you have advantage?
I think it's
attackers have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Can I hop this fence?
Sure.
I should have thought of that. I was trying to take cover behind it.
Let's say it's a rough terrain square to get over it.
Shit. Shit. Fine, be that way.
Sorry, you can't move unimpeded across fences.
Worst module ever.
No, I just like I want to be able to hit her, and I'm so freaking close. And there, she probably has at least half cover. And if I move here, she probably doesn't. It's fine. I will then unload against the pretty boy to start with.
Pretty boy being...
The one closest to me.
The one that just... Oh, I mean,
this one, I think.
Yeah, that one.
That one
Okay.
that just took the dodge action?
Sure.
Because there's
You
also
don't
this
care.
one.
Also,
That's-
that one or the one I shot?
They're all in your line of sight.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, man.
She can hit him anyway, I'm pretty sure.
Like, yes. Natural 20.
Is that with your disadvantage?
I mean, that was the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then a 16 plus
Yeah.
10. No, plus 9. 25.
Why are you at disadvantage?
Because he took the dodge action.
Who's on first?
Jerry Lewis.
25 does it.
Good
Okay,
ass.
cool. I assumed 6 points of piercing damage. And then I'm going to hit him again. Yeah, 27.
That's a hit.
11 piercing damage.
Or that's it. Yes. Noted.
Okay. And if he's not dead, I will try to hit him one more time.
Okay.
Not as good. 21.
21 does also hit.
Oh wait. All of those had to be with disadvantage.
Yes. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I rolled even higher for my second hit, and then 19
Miss.
for that last hit. Miss on 19? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I forgot to mark that down anyway, so.
Well, yeah, I never rolled damage for that last one.
Oh,
so.
good. Yes.
Yeah, no, we're totally good. I just realized, like, I rolled disadvantage the first time, then I didn't the second time, but I rolled even higher when I went to adjust it. So we're good.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, how did it... Wait, this guy already went. Why is he wearing twice?
That's a good question, Christopher.
No.
Oh no, he's not on here twice. We just haven't gotten to 16. But this one has not gone yet.
Okay.
Right, the one
Yeah.
closest to me, I guess.
Alright, so yeah, he's got no fairy. You got a 16.
Miss, because I got my shield back.
Oh, wait. God damn it. Okay, I keep getting this one and this one mixed up. This is the one that just went. That one went before Jack. It's all good. We're all on the same page now.
Okay.
Mina, this guy just missed you. Okay, now it's this guy who's gonna move up and fire at Mina. And got a 2. Died. This guy's gonna move out. And now it is yours.
Okay.
You know, remember that tactical nuke you installed in Toku?
Unfortunately, it has
Well-
a 1-minute cast time.
Well, there is one thing that hasn't come up, and that is the fact that my gun is suppressed
Nice.
because it doesn't use fire gems. Is that the
That's the
magic gunpowder?
yeah.
Doesn't go boom.
Yeah, it doesn't go boom. So it doesn't give away my location when I use it, which has not been relevant until exactly this moment. But it is the time to remind everyone that Zeodor is a rogue.
Please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss.
What do you have line of sight to shoot right now?
This guy?
Oh.
21.
21. Here's a hit.
Sneak attack. That's a 19 damage.
19 damage. Will knock him out flat.
Perfect.
Good rogue.
Nobody suspecting a thing.
And then let's see, how far can I go? I can get onto the other train. Here's what I want to do. I want to sneak over onto the other train.
Okay, give me a sneak check.
Well, I don't have the plus 10 anymore, so that's an 18.
Oh, babe.
Everybody, can we get pats in the chat for Kai?
Oh, and I have my bonus action, so I will bonus action. No, I need to use my bonus action to rehide. That's right. That's what I did. Right. Okay.
Cool. Right. Last is this guard. He's gonna hold position. You guys hear alarms blaring to the south.
Yeah, you said we knew about the battery of soldiers. Right?
Yeah, hopefully we can hold out till we get here.
This guy is gonna come around the corner and gonna take a shot.
Ah, giant bird.
13
On who? What?
on you.
13, you said?
Yeah.
Nah.
This guy reloads. This guy reloads. This guy reloads. Alright. This guy is gonna attack with his sword. Um, 20.
Was he power attacking?
No, he did not power attack.
Okay,
He rolled a 20 to hit.
that got me.
Uh, 5 slashing damage.
Okay,
How many hit points did you say you had?
I have 17 now. I healed myself for 3d6 and then got 3 temporary hit points.
Right. Forgot the healing.
Yes, otherwise I would have been at 1.
Alright, Jack, you're up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Fuck, hold person's only 60 feet. Well, guess I'm shooting this guy again. That's gonna be a 26.
That's a hit.
12 damage.
Take them out.
And I'm gonna yell at Mina. Keep them busy.
Alright. Brucebeck is gonna
Fucking run!
duck and run. Go back this way.
Thank God, now I can cast Call Lightning.
Laya is going to attack you.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
36 damage and you lose 2 limbs.
19 to hit.
That hits me. I'm gonna chop off another limb, isn't she?
11 magical piercing damage.
I am back at 6 hit points.
Second attack is 21 to hit,
You got me.
Oh.
and that is 11 piercing damage.
I am bleeding.
Okay.
Should have had him bring someone out to me rather than me go to the door. And I'm only thinking about this now, and I just feel really stupid. As a player, I feel stupid.
It is your
Sorry.
turn.
Sure, let's make a death saving throw. That's a 2.
Bleed.
Fortunately, it's a 2 and not a 1.
True.
It does matter.
It does matter.
All right.
That got me in the in-between game.
Oh yeah.
I failed the first one and rolled a nat one.
Bree is going to scoff as you fall to the ground. Turn around. Take a few steps towards Jack. And then she holds out her arm as her hand flies holding her longsword. At you, Jack. And it's going to attack. $21.
versus
Shield.
She's going to attack again. And it is lower.
And I get my arcane.
Tougher than you look, soldier.
They ain't found a way to kill me yet.
Alright. This guard is gonna move up. That's so yeah. No, actually 22. I don't remember what your shield brings you up to.
It brings me to 24.
Alright. Mina.
I'm going to shoot guy directly in front of Jack. Natural 20.
There you go.
This guy's being real nice to me tonight. That's 22 points of piercing damage. He's still on his feet.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna try to hit him again, and I'm gonna use a grit point.
Okay.
Try to hit him with a forceful shot. Oh, fuck! That one definitely misses. I hit 11.
Okay.
Shit.
You alright?
Got ink all over me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I missed that, and I will try to hit him one more time. I'll use my other grit point to try to do that again. Much better. 27 to hit.
That is a hit.
6 piercing damage, and he's pushed back 10 feet.
6. That is. How much health do you
Damn it! But at least I get a grit back.
His corpse is pushed back 10 feet.
Hell yeah,
Sells
it
it
is.
like a crossbow bolt.
Hell yes, he does.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Action, bonus action, and my movement.
Alright. Luke. Holding the lantern.
Lovely.
Well, it's nice that we can really easily keep track of where Luke is.
True.
He moves into the doorway, pulls out a vial, and pours it into the lantern.
Ah, fuck.
And I need everybody, or all of you who are conscious, to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Oh no.
Don't die again.
I really hope I don't.
18.
21.
Okay.
You said wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Nat 1.
For a total of 2.
So Mina and Jack, you feel like a brief wash of heat, or a wave of heat wash over you.
Nope, been through this before.
Theodore.
Your soul is taken directly to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
I'm just saying that Theodore goes
You'll be
down,
taking
he's going out.
1d6 fire damage at the start of each turn.
Oh, no, it's plane of fire.
Yeah.
Just
Say.
just forever.
You can make another wisdom saving throw at the end of each turn.
Oh,
Okay. All right. That's not
so
too
bad.
bad. That's not too bad. Still sucks. Not too bad though.
Yes, could be so much worse.
Yes. Yeah.
This guy's gonna reload and turn his attention back this way.
For the record, all of you have 3 good berries.
I
We
know,
did
I wrote it
establish.
down.
This guy is gonna make a perception check. Did not get over 18. So he's going to fire at Jack.
That's what you get for trying to look for me. Don't look for me.
19.
Just pings off the arcane shield.
This guy. Move back in here. Take a defensive stance. Theodore, it is your turn.
Okay. All right. Take damage at the start of my turn, right?
Yes.
How much do I take?
D6. You take. 6. Look at that.
Oh, well, fine.
Hey, look, fire.
Can you snipe Bree from there?
No.
No, I can't.
No, I can't. I can't.
No, taking
I-
this guy out would be advantageous.
She's too far away. She's more than 30 feet away, so I can't. The disadvantage from my gun from the range would counteract the advantage, so I couldn't get sneak attack.
Also, don't. Oh no, right.
Take that
That's
guy out.
that's a 3-5 thing. 30 feet for sneak attack.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, which for me it's effectively 30 feet for sneak attack. But if I had a bigger gun, anyway, I'm gonna shoot the man standing on the porch. Nat 20.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
How dead is that guy?
Good crit
Um,
rule. Good crit rule.
Until they hit us.
Bad
Get
crit
mad.
rules. Bad crit rule.
Let's see, it's 32, 37 damage.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I sneak over. Koku, who's on my back like a backpack, pushes up the window with her tail, point the gun out. His head just explodes. Sneak. And I stealth away.
You know, someone's gonna get some sort of suspicion that something's happening there.
I mean,
Maybe.
that means that they will know to look for me.
Sure.
But the 26 I just got in my stealth check says that they're going to have a bad time.
The more attention he draws is the less fire coming at me as I try to save you.
I get it. Also, like, these are James' opinions, not Ilferi opinions. Ilferi is bleeding and dying.
Ilferi's opinion is gurgle.
Alright. This guard is going to step in front
Huh,
of Luke.
that's very similar to Kai's opinion.
Take a dodge action. Or is there's not any sort of cover action?
Hide.
Take cover?
No,
Hide.
to cover an ally, sorry.
Oh, I don't.
No.
I don't think you can use help for that.
Okay.
No, you can't. You can only give +2s. You can't. Or sorry, you can only give advantage. You can't give disadvantage.
This man is going to wander out over towards Ilferi and just kind of looking down at his corpse. Or
Don't like
body.
that.
Don't like that.
This guy is gonna reload, and
It's more of a living corpse, if you will.
actually, as Luke moved, this guy disappeared,
Good.
Oh yeah.
and he's going to walk back into view.
That's a good and bad thing.
You know, Dai, you treat me very well, and you roll high, but you basically never roll 20s for me. So
Wait,
if you
wasn't I
could just
supposed to?
do that.
Oh,
Wasn't I supposed to make a
yes.
check at the end of my turn?
Yes.
6.
Okay, so you are
Still burning. I can shoot,
Plane of fire.
but I'm still burning. Much like Martian Manhunter, I am still burning.
Checks out.
This guy's there. This guy.
Effective range or range?
40,
40,
120.
Well, if they're smooth bore, we've got nothing to worry about.
Fair enough.
Well, if they weren't, they'd be rifles.
Exactly.
All right, fire check. Hey, 24. It had to work eventually.
Motherfucker.
Oh, hey, they crit on 19.
What?
Rude.
Who
They're
designs
barbarian?
this?
No, they're. Champion fighters do that, so
Well, I mean, also enemy stat blocks. Just
true.
22 piercing damage.
and warlocks also do that.
Cool.
Warlock's grid on 19s.
Hexblade does against the target of their curse.
Yeah.
Hexblades are dropped down to 39.
I agree that hexblades are dumb.
All right, Jack, you're up.
Okay. How's that sound from the south coming? Sounded.
Oh, it's definitely getting louder.
But it's been 6 seconds since we heard it.
You also start to hear bells ringing in the city.
All right.
Turns out the whole city is Obscurati.
Sure.
It's the least secret organization ever.
And fuck, I don't like this, man. Where was I? Here.
You were right in front of that thing. I mean, if you're trying to avoid all.
No, I'm just thinking about whether it's worth it to go in. Not that it's not worth it to save the ferry, but survivability. Oh, fuck it. And let's go ahead. Firebolt the guy closest to me.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? And that's a 2.
It's a miss.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna need that action surge for mobility at some point.
Okay.
Razorback is no longer charmed.
It's not concentration.
Yep, it's just 1 hour.
Oh.
Once he fails, yeah, it doesn't matter if he's
My
alive or
dear
dead.
friend.
Yeah, he should be really sad right now.
Yeah.
And he's pretty
Weeping.
He should actually be flying into a murderous rage.
He runs off into the train in sadness and desperation.
I guess everybody grieves differently.
Dude, I'm fine with just. I am fine if it just means one less person on this battlefield.
Yeah.
I got them.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Laya says.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, I don't like that.
There's a chance that this ends with Zeodore running away.
Mina's alright at the moment.
There's a chance that this ends with Zeodore and Mina running away.
Let's go find your family, bitch!
Good.
Good.
She's gonna get as close as she can and take a dodge action.
A+ positioning, Jack.
Elfari.
Just roll a 20. You never do it.
Come on.
Just do it.
20. 20.
I'm dead.
Was that not one?
Yes.
Oh.
Fuck!
Alright, we're out of here. We're out of here.
I mean, you don't know I'm dead yet.
Nope, I've
Yeah.
seen enough death. I know.
Alright, it is Bree's turn.
Too bad I can't use Dicier's blessing like while I'm dying.
I was
be
going
really
to
cool.
give Ilferi a cool robotic hand.
You still can.
Bree is going to swing at
Bury it with him.
Mina with her sword.
Wait, what?
Bree.
Her hand. shoots
Oh,
out.
right. Yeah, 'cause she's got distance and shit. Sure.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, fuck me.
Slashing. 8.
Okay.
Slashing damage. What's the second attack?
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Yeah, she probably got to concentrate on that arm, right?
She has to make a dex save.
Oh,
but
right. Sorry.
It's super fucking low.
15 plus 2, 17.
Yeah, she succeeds, so she takes half damage.
Okay.
What was your question about the arm thing?
She took 7 fire damage.
Okay. And then she does a second attack with the same to hit for 7 damage.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot the shit out of Bree.
Okay.
You don't know how badly I want to shoot her and use the disarm that I have. I don't think that's how that works.
Disarm.
I mean,
She's already disarmed herself.
I know, but like,
her arm is holding a sword. You could disarm the sword.
I mean,
If
fair
you shoot
enough.
at the hand.
I want to shoot at the belt. But I'm gonna unload on Bree.
Okay.
25,
That's a hit.
11 damage.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, that misses for sure. 12.
Yep.
Fuck, that probably misses too. 15.
That is a miss.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna back up
Okay.
just into this corner now.
Luke is to the back.
Keep going.
And then, stand in the corner. And then, that sounds fun.
Nothing sounds fun.
Casting Revivify on Ilferi.
That's my other character. That is
All right,
not Mina.
We'll just
If
grab.
I could cast Revivify with gun, I would.
No, it's
Load a
fine.
diamond worth 300 and shoot it at a fairy.
We'll just get We'll just get our druid and.
Oh shit.
And Reincarnate's even a 5th level spell.
Suddenly, a wind picks up.
Oh shit, really?
Make a new save.
Hold on. The wind is blowing. That way.
Can we now detect air and fire flame juice with that one spell?
Probably not enough exposure for that.
Okay.
So when you... Oh, sorry, yes. I guess, yeah, you do need to make wisdom check again.
Cool.
Anyone who's in the order.
12.
So last time I rolled a nat 1 for a total of 2.
Yeah.
And I failed. This time I got a total of 2.
Okay.
By
Why
rolling
would
a
you
nat
sneak
1.
that into the universe?
Uh-huh.
I just rolled a nat 1.
I got the highest one at 12.
We have rolled so many nat 1s tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 6 for me, I think.
Okay.
But still.
At the end of your turn, you slide 1d4 times 5 feet in the direction of the wind.
Okay, that's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad.
All right.
Can we save?
That's
Yeah,
what that
at
was.
the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you'll be affected by it once and then make a save. Yeah. All right. This guy is gonna fire at Jack. Musket. He misses. This guy's dead. This guy is going to stay on guard, and then it's Theodore's turn.
So, I'm assuming this wind is like supernaturally pushing through objects.
Yeah.
But from where I am, given the direction that it's pushing, it's just pushing me into a wall, right?
Yeah, mostly.
So if I stay here, I'll just get pushed into the wall.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Or am I still taking fire damage?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
That sucks.
That's horrible.
4.
Does
All
he
right.
make 2 saves at the end of his turn?
Do that. And then I'll attack this guy that can't see me, I guess. That's a 24
What was that?
to hit him. To hit him
Yeah, right.
with a
Yes. But he did notice.
ice.
I mean, he probably notices now. I'm pretty sure hitting something breaks stealth. Hitting someone.
It, according to the description of the weapon property in the Zeitgeist book, he knows which direction I shot him from.
Okay. But as far as the hide mechanic,
Yeah, as far as the hide mechanic too, as long as you have cover, he probably has advantage to detect you, but I
No.
can't.
No,
I
doesn't.
I can't find the rule for it. A lot of
I
people
have the
say
rule
that.
up.
Yeah.
I have the rule up. It doesn't say anything about that.
so hitting someone from hidden doesn't reveal you?
So let me read the exact line. If you come out of hiding and approach a creature, it usually sees you. However, under certain circumstances, the GM might allow you to stay hidden as you approach a creature that is distracted, allowing you to gain advantage on an attack roll before you are seen.
Okay.
So it's about approaching them. If you have to leave cover and approach them, then that breaks stealth.
But attacking with range from a hidden spot doesn't reveal you?
No.
Huh. Okay.
Which, I mean,
I at the very least would give him advantage to perception to find you. But regardless, I mean, you have such a high stealth.
yeah, I mean, I have to roll my stealth again, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And that roll's not going to knock him out. But that's a 17 damage.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, how high up from the bottom of the train are the windows?
Let's just say 5 feet.
I'm just gonna go down flat then.
Sure.
I'm just gonna crouch below the window.
Okay.
So-
It's total cover. Yeah. Even.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All done.
All right, and then
Take your saves.
yep. So save against fire, 7. Save against wind, 19. Do I make the save against the wind?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I at least don't need to worry about the wind anymore. But I'm still on fire.
All right. This guy is getting shot from directions he can't detect, so he's gonna go inside and take defensive action. The bells and alarms are getting louder, and you can hear sounds of troops mobilizing from the south. This guy has a turn. He's gonna fire a jack. A 21 to hit.
Shield.
You're gonna use another shield.
Yep. That's what my first level slots are for. I'm not even joking.
Oh, I know. I sit next to you while we play. I know.
Yeah, I just was
I haven't heard you
confirming
say
that the one that you had used last time had expired.
Yeah, it lasts a turn.
Yeah. All right. This guy might as well try. Miss. And he'll fire long range at Vina. That's a 22 or the lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 damage.
Yeah, that's what Warcaster does.
Yeah.
That's like the big thing that Warcaster does.
What else lets me cast spells with
Take
stuff
a
in my
defense
hand?
Yeah,
And
with weapons and shields.
you have what? Advantage on con save?
Yeah, but that's redundant because I was already a fighter.
I have a dodge action. symbol.
That's not redundant at all.
No, that is
You had
advantage.
advantage.
Sorry.
Yeah, not proficient. Advantage.
Dodge action.
But you never roll anything that has concentration. I mean, you
Yeah.
can cast it.
Yeah, he's cast Hold Person a couple times, right?
I have.
Sure. I just mean like in combat, all he's ever doing is like
Sure.
instantaneous stuff.
All right, this guy also fires at Jack. 23.
Nope.
Why is this wizard so tanky?
Don't understand.
All right, Jack,
Okay.
it is your turn.
Jack is going to cast Hold Person at Laya. He needs to make a Wisdom save.
19.
Yep, thought she might do that. So now I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Action Surge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come get me, bitch.
You action search to dash? Interesting.
All right.
Alright, how far do I get pushed?
Huh?
How
Oh,
far do I
you're-
get pushed?
Right.
Wait, does he get pushed? He's outside the aura.
Um. Yep, you are no longer affected.
Cool. But
Uh,
I do taunt Laya as I leave.
alright. She's
I want her focused on me. I'm gonna turn me. Get back.
Ah, Jack's pulling out the tactical nuke.
She gives chase. Bree is gonna keep on Mina with her longsword. That's it's a 17
Fuck yes.
and a 23.
Yep.
7 and 17 total slashing. And then it is to you.
Okay. The wind thing happens at the end.
Yeah.
Then I will step out of it. And unload on Bree. First to hit is a 26.
That's a hit.
And the second is another natural 20.
Nice.
Means I get my other grip point back. Yes, okay, so that's 13 points of piercing damage for the first one.
Okay.
And plus 16 piercing for the second.
Okay.
And then I will try to shoot her one last time and use a grip point to try and do a forceful shot.
Okay.
21.
That is a hit. And then forceful shots is strength. Correct.
Let me double check. Yes, strength save.
Okay. She got a 23.
Yeah, she's fine. Had to try.
Yeah.
Um, she looks like she's bleeding badly.
I mean, she did cut her hand off earlier.
You know what I mean. Does she look...
She looked
Other than the missing limb,
Does
how
she
does
look-
she look?
bloodied.
She doesn't look great off. She's definitely taken a couple hits, but she also looks pretty hardy.
So no.
Bloody doesn't
Fuck it,
look
I'm
good anymore.
gonna action surge and
It's
shoot Laya.
Her gun says it's a thing.
Oh yeah, for the sake of your guns, I can tell you if you hit.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
For the sake of your guns, I can tell you after
Oh,
you hit
yeah.
if she's below half health.
Well, I hit her 3 times. Is she below?
She was not before your last hit.
So I can't know after my last hit?
Well, it only deals the extra damage if they are below.
Oh, that's right. Got it. So I'm gonna action surge and start shooting Bree some more.
Okay.
Ooh! 24 and 24.
All right, you may add extra fire damage onto these attacks.
Yes! Okay. That's just a d4, right?
3d4.
Oh, that's right!
For
Yep.
proficiency.
Fuck yes, I rolled max damage! On the 10. So that's a 10, 12, 13, 15 points of piercing damage for the first one.
Okay.
And then... Yes. 16 on the second.
Okay.
I rolled all 4s.
Nice.
Alright, that was worth it. For me, anyway.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. Okay. I don't think any of you. Well, Theodore, can you see?
No, there's no way I can see him. I don't think.
All right. So yeah, I don't think you guys can see what's going on with this round. But he is gonna move.
I'd like to be able to see, but I don't think there's any way.
And then we're gonna have some guys reload. So as the lantern starts to move away from Laya, she starts to fade away, and then you see her reach up and grab an amulet from around her neck that was not there when she was on the train platform before. She pulls it off and throws it down on the ground, and she is no longer starting to fade away. And she
Does it look
continues
like the?
chasing?
Does it look like the amulets from Cauldron Hill?
You're pretty far away,
Does it look like the amulet from Cauldron Hill?
but yes, it looks more like the amulets that you put on when you went down into McMahon's basement.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
This guy's gonna fire long range at Jack. Uh, 17. I think.
Nope.
17. These guys aren't going anywhere. Zero.
Yeah, I've got reposition here.
Do you know the aura and the stuff that you fire?
Yeah, oh right, y'all can't. Yeah, that's the line. Oh, speaking of fire, how much fire damage do I take?
1.
Yay.
Good. I like that number better. That's a good number.
Hey, we can just
Hey,
have
Redbeard,
that
you
open.
skipped me.
Yes.
I'm dead.
Sorry.
I can't believe I rolled a fucking natural 1.
I feel fucking worse.
Yeah. So I'm going to move. I can't stealth move. I gotta just move.
I mean, you're still inside a train. I'm pretty sure you're.
Yeah. I can still be nice and sneaky, but also everyone's far enough away that I can't get advantage, but I'm still going to shoot at Bree. Cause fuck her, that's why.
Yes, thank you.
Well,
Damn it.
doesn't that one hit?
Damn
check.
it.
No.
Cool.
What about if you're missing an arm?
Still no.
There are 3 people in this combat who are operating with one arm.
Mano a mano.
Well, I guess 2 people in a corpse.
Yeah.
That corpse is still a people.
He's warm still.
2 people in a corpse was really the weirdest remake of 3 Men and a Baby. But anyway.
Oh, 2.5 men. The half man
Oh,
is actually...
damn! That would have been better. You're right. Alright, fair enough. Anyway, bonus action to duck down again, and that's my turn.
Alright. You are no longer subjected to the whims of the plane of fear.
Oh, I got
I'm
the plane
glad.
wrong.
Sounds good.
I thought that's what you
Which
said.
one's Jesse?
Oh, wait. Maybe I said.
You did, because you're people.
Yeah, you're right. Jeez. Yeah, you were right.
Yeah! I remember my planar stuff. Too bad
You can have an
my next
inspiration.
character might not care about it. Hey, can I use that inspiration on my death saving throw real quick?
On what death saving throw?
The one that I made a long time ago, because I said the plane correctly a long time before I went unconscious. Or, I mean, died.
Do it!
Sure.
It's a 7. So, and then I make another death saving throw, and it's a 2, and I die.
Alright.
Okay.
Jack?
Well,
The winds of grace bring the fairy back to life. Gurgle, gurgle, and then he dies again.
If you guys are gonna book it, just let me know. And we can move into a less structured finale.
Don't do that. Finish the mission.
Theodore does not want to book it.
and I'm gonna shoot at Bree.
Okay.
15. Not gonna hit.
No. Anything else?
I'm looking. I'm gonna go ahead and Yeah, I'm done.
Lions get some after you.
Good. Perfect.
Going to attack.
Jack is taking mental notes about chain blades.
Just take hers.
I'll do rapiers.
That's a 27 to hit.
Cool.
Oh, she has improved crit as well.
Of course she does.
Wait, did she just crit?
She got a
Of course she
19.
does.
Confirm the crit.
She's gonna use this, which adds more weapon dice, which get and maximize, right? Man, these extra crit rolls are great.
This D20 doesn't have numbers above 10 anymore. I wore them all out.
I told Marcus about the chainsword, and now my Wednesday night Discord server is blowing up with dismemberment and saw fun.
Oh. Tell them to do it in chat. I want to see.
Uh, 33
Holy shit, I'm
magical
alive.
piercing damage.
Oh.
Oh
Whew.
shit!
That's
We're
a
all
large
fucked.
number.
Second
That's
attack.
I mean,
such a very
she
large
was
number.
normal hitting me for 18.
Yeah, I know. I can do 18 though.
Second
That's
attack.
not-
Chris.
Second attack is a 21 versus AC.
Cool, shield.
Yeah, because you got
What was the first number?
33.
it was 33. You have 6.
I have 8.
Oh, 8 because you have 10. You're right.
I have 8 and 2 temp because I shielded it.
Right.
Alright, Bree is going to retreat into the building,
Thank God.
and her limb follows with her.
I certainly hope so.
Mina?
Okay.
Light her up.
Action search, so. Okay. So.
I can take care of myself.
And as she's stabbing at Jack, she says something along the lines of, "Sorry, love, but I can't let my secret get back to Rasir. Got an appearance to keep up there."
Sorry, darling. I don't think that's gonna be possible.
Shit. Okay. So could we eat good berries as a bonus action since we can swap a potion as a bonus action?
I thought we decided that it was an action because the spell specifically says it's an action, but I might be
Oh,
misremembering that.
Fine then.
Hey, is this when everybody starts wishing they were me who just buys healing potions with his spare money?
Yup.
I buy potions with my spare money. You say I requisition common potions.
Okay.
I have healing potions.
I do
I'm
too.
fine.
I have
don't.
healing
I'm
potions.
fucked.
I just died.
Okay, that's not bad. Second wind.
I've got her fucking focus.
I have 1 bullet, and I either need to use my bonus action to heal myself, or I need to use my bonus action to refill my guns. Right now, I think that, like, I need to be able to run away if I need to run away, so I have to use my bonus action to heal myself.
Cool, get behind the train.
I'm getting there. Alright, that's that. I'm going to hop over this fence and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to take my last bullet and shoot at this one. absolute asshole of a tiefling being.
Fuck you with your horns that go like this.
22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, she's got some great horns that just go like this. 22.
Yeah.
She's going to parry that.
Parry a bullet.
Yes.
She's gonna parry my bullet.
Yes.
Rude.
Fucker. All right.
What fucking? What is she?
She moves like they do.
Fighter.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, but
an
she's got both
NPC.
champion and battle master stuff.
She's an
NPCs,
NPC.
they don't like enemy stat blocks do not obey PC, do not conform to PC classes.
But what if I want to be her?
DM Zeitgeist, I guess,
Much.
All right, not me.
or have a very permissive DM.
Can I take 6 levels of fighter champion and then 6 levels of fighter battle master as 2 separate classes?
Well, it's explicitly banned in the multi-classing rules, but yes.
All right, Zeodor, you're up.
Yeah. So luckily, I am aware of the anatomy of tieflings, apparently,
Yes.
because Dr. Frankenstein taught me.
Sure.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me.
Reminds you?
Go ahead and finish your turn.
Well, all right. All right. Well, whatever I'm going to do isn't going to
Oh,
work.
that
but
reminds me.
it's
She
still-
has a rule that says she
no.
double crits, so adding
Just-
that to our crit rules.
Just remind me that you saw some impressive displays by Liagier after this adventure.
Oh, nice!
Nice.
Never mind. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure those things happened anymore. Good things, I mean.
She
Well,
certainly
it
has
is
a unique
2021.
fighting style that I'm sure you could adapt it to
Disembodied voice
yours.
of our bird.
Do you mean a fighting style where she chops off people's fucking limbs?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I want Zeodor to cut off other people's arms. That's so appropriate. But yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, surgical precision, and I'm shooting her.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And it's gonna be a sneak attack because I have advantage and someone's within 5 feet. Nat 20.
Yes! Fucking murder her.
We fucking need it, dude.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Parry that.
She can't. She already parried.
Also,
Uh,
that would be enough.
Hold on. Sorry, I got so excited I forgot how to do math for a second.
That's fine.
Let's see. All right, so that's 32 plus roll. Oh my fuck.
Yes!
42, 54, 57 damage. Zeodor just aims for the off button behind her ear.
Because, as we know, all tieflings have that.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what the
Normally-
horns are actually there to protect.
Normally you need to put a little, like, a paperclip in it.
well, at the very least, let's do a hellish rebuke.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's... All right, fair. I shot you for 57 damage. I get fire in the face.
3d10.
I get a dex save, right?
Yeah.
You're good at those.
I am good at this. 19?
Okay. So you'll take half.
Okay.
You'll take half of 14.
So 7?
Yeah.
Cool. That was not too bad. Hopefully, she looks like she's not doing amazing.
She's not looking great. Not her best day, probably.
She doesn't look like she's ready for her wedding right now.
I mean, she was wearing a pretty nice dress before,
Fine.
but
If we kill the king's betrothed, I'm not even gonna be upset about it.
Yeah. I'm moving over
She
here.
killed me!
Dude, I didn't like her from day one. My family has a complicated history with her.
And
We kill her.
I'm going to bonus action to duck down to hide again.
okay.
Hop back into existence.
All right. Long range shot at Jack. 19 to hit.
Nope.
And another one. This guy. 18.
Nope.
And another one from this guy. I mean, one of them's got to roll 2 20s at some point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, statistically, eventually. I've rolled 3 natural 20s tonight, so at some point you're gonna get 2 in a row.
You stole my natural 20!
I did, I'm sorry. Do you need me to send you this die?
All right.
No.
I
I'm
rolled
not
2 nat
superstitious.
20s.
Cool.
I rolled 2
So,
nat 20s and 3 nat 1s.
Was
so
parrying her reaction,
Yes.
so I'm safe to move away from her without getting.
as far as you're aware,
Yeah, I better stay close. Cool. Then I'm
Reaction
going to
surge, stab!
second wind.
Actually, that would be a cool thing.
That would be pretty fucking sweet.
Reaction surge.
yeah, just get an extra reaction.
11 hit points.
I feel like it wouldn't come up very much.
No, but when it does, oh.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe just something that lets you use your action surge on a reaction. That'd be cool.
Also, this guy has wandered over and is just kind of watching you guys fight.
Cool, as long as he's just watching.
He was really interested in my body earlier, and I
I
don't like
know.
it. Can you guys just kill him out of principle?
you know,
Maybe.
as hard as she hits, 2d4 plus 2 doesn't really matter.
Not right now.
So I'm just gonna fucking shoot her.
I think you can last for one more round.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit her with.
I'm really concerned about the fact that she is going after us. Because that implies that she is low enough on the totem pole that
Just go ahead.
that they can afford to
and,
lose her.
Flamethrower, Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well, you roll 3, right?
yeah, I make an attack for each ray.
Yep.
The first one is 18.
That will miss.
Second is 20.
That will.
And third is a natural 1.
Damn it!
Will miss.
Stop saying that.
What?
When you say natural 20, we don't get them. So I do 6 damage. Higher level spells are dumb.
You know, I do anything but cantrips.
Yeah.
All right. It is her turn.
Oh, and she's a goddamn tiefling. Why did I do that?
Yeah, I was wondering.
What,
I didn't think about it till after. It's not my job.
So she's going to swing at you with her rapier. 21.
Shield.
Okay. And second.
You gotta be running low on those.
I got 3 more.
Is a 24.
Oh, that hits me.
21 damage.
That's exact. Nope, I got 2 more because I shielded. So I'm at 2.
Okay. Mina?
Okay, so got a bonus action to reload my guns. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at her twice. 22 and 23 to hit.
Those will hit.
Okay. 10 slashing damage and 9 slashing damage. Piercing damage.
I was like, wow, you can do slashing damage
Yeah.
with your bullets?
Yeah, they're really
Bullets.
wide,
Well, she
flat
can do
bullets.
piercing damage with her chain rapier, so.
Alright,
So it's a total of 19.
alright. So
Was she below half?
your bullets tear into her. She crumples to her knees,
Uh-huh.
and then something on her hand flashes with a blue light,
Rude.
and she's gone.
Yeah, I knew it.
Fuck!
We need to get out of here.
With that, the blue light from the lantern flashes, and everybody vanishes along with the lantern. And anyone else that you would see.
Except
That one
Versabek.
chick who was staying behind. Grab her!
Shit, what happened? She was just so deep in her drink that she just didn't notice people pop in and pop out.
Did Verzabek disappear as well?
He did not, but you can't see that because he's in the train.
Hey, I don't disappear.
Or do you?
Yeah, we don't know.
Does Ilfari's body disappear?
Are you guys gonna go over there and look?
Well, yeah.
Jack steps over.
Hang on.
I'm sorry.
Do I see a body?
You do not.
Fuck!
Jack steps over, pulls Mina's flask out of her pocket.
Alarms, bells are still ringing. You start to see soldiers crest over the hill from the south.
How far away is the hill? Are we talking like
200
seconds or are we talking like minutes?
I think I said 200 feet.
I mean, we can run. Or we can stare.
Or, no, I said 200. Sorry. A
That's
low hill
400
separates the scenic depot from the sprawl of the rails. On the hill to the south, an enclave keeps a small barracks about 200 soldiers. Few minutes.
Okay, I'm going to quickly run in. Is this place like stripped bare, or
This- You run in, and this place is dusty. It looks like nobody has been in here in months or years.
Let's get out of here.
There's no footprints in the dust. There's nothing here.
Theodore,
Gotta go.
decision time. We stay, we go.
we have to go?
Alright.
Can't do anything from jail. Get out of here. Fuck, I forgot my last line I was gonna say to Laya.
Can I shoot Verzabek through one of the windows and run by?
Bye, friends!
I just want to take a pot shot at him. Like, I don't even care if I hit him.
He's just chatting with Stieg, and Stieg's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Wait,
What is happening?
The barely
Versabek.
charmed person just makes you generally nice to be around,
Yeah.
no matter who you are.
Verzabek, I know where your boss went. Come with me.
He
an hour, we can
looks
get on the
around
boat.
at the nobody else there and the bells ringing and soldiers approaching and shrugs and goes, well, rather take the risk with you than with them.
Sounds good to me.
I'll take it.
Let's go. Go to the boat.
Run to the boat.
My next character is Verzbek.
All right.
Was it like a star wipe when you go to a boat? Do you do a?
You can go
It's
like
a boat
this.
wipe.
Instead of these
Huh?
these wipes.
What?
What?
Well, you
Oh,
go.
on stream?
Oh, yeah, we
We're
can't
not
do
on
that.
stream.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, why not?
Because we're playing a game.
Because, Chris, I refuse to artificially inflate our view count.
All right.
Because my
I have it
pipes
open
aren't
at
that
all times.
fat.
I
Okay.
got fat pipes. I don't
So
wanna-
as you're going through the city, making your way through the city,
God, you kill me and then you do this?
It does seem a bit rude.
things are
Are the
on.
docks through downtown?
Things are on heightened security. There are some mumbles of people in the streets talking about Versuri spies. There are guards out patrolling the streets, and there are some security checkpoints. But you're able to slip by get to your boat within a fairly reasonable amount of time. And the boat is ready to shove off as you get there. And one of your crewmates says, "We already picked up the bird. Let's go."
What?
What?
No.
No.
Come on, we gotta go.
No. Where is
No.
he?
Where?
He's in his cabin.
When?
He looked injured. I don't know. He just
When did he get here?
just a little bit ago. He watched him. He was like floating in the docks.
I'm gonna go shoot old fairy. Don't worry about it.
Let's put him in the brig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put him in the brig.
We need to figure out what he knows. Also, turn to Versabek. Yeah, my accent changed. My
Question
name's
as we
Theodore.
put
Long
Ilferi-
story. We'll fill you in later.
I've
A
seen
long
stranger.
voyage.
Question as we put Ilferi in the brig. Does he have a hand?
The fairy does not have a hand.
I
He
mean, I
has
have
0
a hand.
hands.
I have
Oh
one
no!
hand, right?
He has one hand.
His other hand was cut off.
Is my left hand with me and just not? I'm sorry, right hand with me, just not attached.
There's
That-
no sign of your hand.
It's in a goodie bag.
And Ilfera, you hear a familiar voice.
I don't know which familiar voice this might be.
I have a guess.
I
Let's see
have
if I'm
a
right.
guess.
I have several guesses.
I'm not done with them yet. They will still be useful to me.
Oh, that one.
That voice.
Okay, that was not my guess.
That
Me neither.
I didn't think it was going to be the voice of Ron,
I did.
which I think
That
is
was
what
my
you guys
guess.
were guessing.
Very no.
Yeah.
That was my guess, yeah.
The engines of your ship burst to life. Begin to sweep out of the harbor. There are some warships that have mobilized to try to block your way out, but given your finesse with piloting the name of the ship? Oh no, we got the Kalundarin.
Yeah.
The rest common is the other one.
Yeah, we got the good one.
Yeah. The rest of it was the bad one.
Your finesse with the Kalundarin allows you to weave and dart past the pursuing ships, and you're able to outpace them and make it into open waters on your way back to the Sierra. With perhaps some information, but without a prisoner or
Well, we have
an
Verzabek.
eliminated target, or the exact.
Yeah, but we have the schematics.
You
we
have
have
schematics.
Verzabek.
You have Verzabek.
We failed forward.
Look!
And at the
given
very
what
least, you're able to bring warning to your country about a potential hiccup with the peace talks that should be going down next spring.
That will
In
be
place.
ignored.
I'm not so sure about that.
We'll find out.
Sorry,
Next
Chris, I
time.
interrupted you.
Thus concludes Always on Time.
Ugh.
The
And in
fourth-
fact, we did conclude it on time. It's exactly 10 p.m.
fourth chapter adventure
Ugh.
of the Zeitgeist adventure.
What's the next one called?
Tease us.
The next chapter is called Cauldronborn.
Gross.
Oh.
Neat.
Okay.
That was fun.
You know what? It was. I enjoy when a fight gets a little crazy and has some stakes.
I'm really upset that I keep making poor player choices and not like I just feel like Ilferi would have thought that through a little bit better.
I don't know. I don't know. That, honestly, to me, that felt like something Ilferi would do.
Yeah, that felt
Yeah.
very ill-fairy.
Like,
And then
I
I died
think
again.
I think Ilferi, I mean, he's kind of naive, and he went into that particular situation thinking, oh, I'll be able to just talk them down and like figure out what's going on and get on their good side because he
Or at
sees
least
the
stall
good side
them.
in people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
You
not
didn't
expect.
her to immediately shred you.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
like-
and everyone to shred.
and I don't
also,
think that was Ilferi's fault in misjudgment.
No, I didn't think that was gonna happen. I
Also
didn't
the
think it was
fact
a
that
terrible idea.
we went like end of the round and I got shredded for
Yeah.
44 damage on my first before my first turn.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
a
the
little bit
initiative
scary.
really hurt us in a fight that big.
Yeah.
We pumped out a lot of damage on
But
those
yeah,
fuckers.
you did. You knocked
did.
out a good number of them. I mean, they were
I feel like it.
they a lot of the guards weren't going to leave the building though because they had charges.
Sure.
Zeodor was actually, like, effectively sniping.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. That's why I wasn't mad about him going to the front door, because honestly, we had a really good setup.
Yeah.
I will
We
say
had-
I definitely didn't realize that there were two doors on the south and thought I was going to be brought to
Yeah.
door
if,
that was
if you
closest
brought
to
the
us.
doors there, we would have had a perfect setup for Crossfire, and with the
Sure.
information we had, it
Yeah.
was a good plan.
And given the direction that you had approached the building on, there was no reason for you to think that
Yep.
that to know that,
that
there
there
were
was
other
two
doors.
more doors.
Yeah. Yep. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Bird crumbles.
So I
Yeah.
looked up regenerate and it's a 7th level spell.
Oof.
I would
I thought it was
also,
lower level than that.
also like to point out, yeah, we kind of failed. But
Yeah.
We weren't good at this job in the first
yes!
place.
Why were we ever put in charge of this?
Yeah.
What motherfucker thought this was a good idea? Delft, what the hell?
I
You're the
blame
only people he
management.
could trust. That was the entire premise.
No, he should trust some more people.
And maybe he will. Actually, yeah, he kind of does
Please.
in the next adventure. But
I have a feeling that we did not get all of the reputation bonuses we could have gotten on this adventure.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But I
we
still
can
feel
come
like
back to
we
that.
did pretty well.
Yeah,
We
I mean
also-
your objectives. You basically had two objectives. One of them had a sub objective.
And we failed everything.
Yeah, like that fight, you weren't supposed to win you weren't supposed to kill everyone.
Sure, but
Which
we
is why I tried
we-
to drive home what your objectives were.
Yeah, but like we couldn't get anywhere near the lantern at any point in that fight.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're
We
you're
would've-
kind
yeah,
of
we
off
would've had to
the
grab
back foot
them.
from the beginning.
Yeah, we couldn't get near anyone who would have been valuable as a hostage besides Bree and Maya, and we could get nowhere near the lantern.
Yeah.
Okay, at the adventure's end, you will reach 7th level.
Woo!
Woo!
Ooh, this is gonna get interesting.
Do I want to be an Eldritch Knight?
Let me roll up my hit points.
I have to think about this.
Rewards. At the end of the
guess-
adventure.
Quickly out of character. I am alive, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You
That's
are
good.
alive for now.
Well, you know, for now is enough for now.
Let me remind myself what your current prestige levels are.
I have them not written down. I have them in the
They're on the D&D Beyond campaign page.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Just kind of what I've set as the place to track things like that. Here we are. Okay, your Research prestige will increase by 1. To
Woo! Awesome.
So what does that take us to?
4.
Your Obscurati prestige will also increase to 4.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Well,
I'm sure they are growing in press.
Your Unseen Court prestige is going to increase by 1. Because
Interesting.
you helped Isabel get to safety.
oh, fair.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. Okay,
Listen,
cool.
we did all the side stuff real good.
You did.
Well, except for one thing.
Shush. We did all the side stuff real good.
Well, I would say we completely ignored one of them, not realizing it was a thing until he was gone.
Oh, the guy
I
with
mean,
the
we-
briefcase. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
noticed it was a thing. We were just doing other stuff, and we didn't know when he was gonna get off.
Yeah, and that was just a side story. Like, you could have completely ignored the stuff with Demata Griento, and that wouldn't really have changed a whole lot. That was all
Yeah.
story.
We were
flavor.
allowed to ignore it. There's no way this group of players could have ignored it.
You
Yeah.
could have ignored everything with Mr. Maple and Isabel and everything.
That we maybe somehow could. I feel like we could have just seen weird guy in overcoat, super strong, and just been like, huh. That's
neat.
weird.
That slaves being sold? Well, that's kind of legal here.
Well, I can't change the culture.
Also, we wouldn't even know that if we didn't go to the thing. Just be like, yeah, blood sports? Let's see what else is on.
Ew, barbaric.
Cardiff was a bit of a red herring.
Cool.
Malia was a red herring.
Yay! I liked her. I was hoping she just had
Oh.
shit going on in her life.
I don't think it's really ruining anything to tell you this. She had deals on the side with the bandits. She's the one who brought the bandits to attack the city.
That explains a lot.
So she
no
was
wonder
doing
she
shady
never
shit.
fired a weapon at them.
Yeah.
But she had nothing to do with the Obscurati.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll him hit points real
Boone,
quick.
you pretty much got everything out of him. I think that's all of the players on the train. You kind of
It's a 6.
you got some sort of resolution with everyone.
What was the deal with the guy with the briefcase? I'm curious.
So he was like selling state secrets of some kind. From Dinar to Dracker or something.
Ha. All right. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. Once he got off the train, I'm like, well, he's not.
Yeah, you pretty much had, like, I think there were
Like-
3 opportunities to interact with him, and it just so happened each time that you guys had the chance to follow him around town or anything, everybody was way more invested in somebody else.
Sure.
Hey, that time I followed Bree and she left like the travel sector, was she doing Obscurati shit or something else?
Oh yeah, she was bodyguarding for Luke, so she was trying to divert
okay.
and like keep the attention off of him and follow behind and alert him if anyone is following him and stuff like that. And trying to figure out if they were being followed, and then when they knew that there were Missouri on their trail, they were trying to narrow down who they were.
So now that we are party prestige 4, our equipment requisitioning. Well, we'll do this off air.
Sure.
But we need to. There's a new decision we need to make.
Who gets the very rare item?
Guess that one.
He's died twice. He can have it.
I want my Staff of the Woodlands, which we specifically said was very rare and not rare.
He can
You
have
said
it.
was very rare. I say is busted.
It's on par with some other staves of very rare. Like, it definitely is not rare, like it says.
Yeah.
You already have a nifty new magic stick, though.
It's a pokey stick that's, like, bad for the environment. It's like a pollution stick.
Turns out it's just coal powered.
Fucking coal-powered stick.
Just like your boat.
Fucking coal-powered bullshit. You're gonna give me a coal-powered hand, aren't you?
No. It'll
It
be
runs on
electric.
orphans' dreams.
Don't
alright,
ask
we've
where
got
the
those.
electricity comes from.
Is it from witch oil? Because then it is Orphan's Dreams, I think.
It's okay. We've got plenty of orphans to spare.
Actually, maybe we could talk about it off air, but maybe we could use one of the magic items for my hand.
Yeah, that's a common magic item.
Oh?
As of Eberron.
Neat.
Prosthesis.
Neat. Well, is there anything else we want to say on the air?
Bleh.
Bye.
Go to our
Thanks for
Discord.
watching,
Catherine and I are watching Mortal Kombat this weekend, and I will have opinions.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, Discord's fun.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah, we've
Discord's
actually
been hopping lately.
Yeah, it has. It's really picked up.
we started. Carter has us making up fake magic cards.
Yeah,
Everyone else is creative, and I am basic.
and food.
I like the cards that you have made. Like, there's some technical issues with them, but I really like the ideas. And like technical issues, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm an idea guy, not a. I mean, I'm a theming guy, not a mechanics guy.
Sure.
Decider
How'd you do
replaces
that?
lost limb. While it's attacked, it functions exactly identical to the part it replaces. I can take it off and reattach it as an action. It can't be taken off against my will. If I die, it falls off.
Yeah. But
Fuck
When-
this shit.
when I
I'm
was-
out.
Impossible.
when I said Theodore was going to make you a hand, I literally meant that magic item.
Yeah. Can we get me just like a couple backups just in case?
Hell yeah, you've got one that's a hook.
Oh no, I just mean like if I die and it falls off, I might need another one to put back on there.
Even though you
We're
didn't
going to get you
get the
different ones for different situations. You've got your normal hand, you've got your hook hand, you've got your vibrator. No,
even though you didn't get the belt from Bree, maybe Zero could reverse engineer it.
ooh, there's an idea.
All right. Well, we should be back next week. I guess we'll probably do some downtime / epilogue.
Oh,
for
do
this
we have
adventure?
downtime?
I get the feeling downtime might last 2 sessions this time.
Yeah, I
There's a
wouldn't
lot
be
of
surprised.
drama
There's
in the
a
downtime
lot
this
of
time.
shit going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of which just happened on my D&D Beyond page.
Ooh. And some of which is probably going to happen on the Discord in the Zeitgeist and character channel.
Oh yeah. I'd love to see some more stuff posted there. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to watch. See you next
everybody.
time.